I don't know. There's me trying to get all clever with these new comment overlays and I've messed it up. Hello and welcome. Great to see you. This is the launch party for our ELA Live. And it's fantastic to have you here with me. It's thrown me out, sorry. We run, well, we're going to be starting our Ecamm Live Academy. And we've kind of rebranded this. I got to say, I need to take these out because it's the first time I've listened to some audio monitoring. I'm just going to turn that off and I'll listen to it later on when I need to. We're opening the doors to our Ecamm Live Academy and we're branded up slightly different this time around. So you'll hear us talking about Ecamm Live Academy and ELA Live. I'll explain what all of that is and what the differences are. But everything's happening and it's all going to be kicking off. We're opening up the brand new Facebook group in about 20 minutes time. In fact, I've got a little countdown timer down here and that's not in line either. We're like 20 minutes away, 17 minutes now away from actually opening the doors up to the brand new Facebook group. And we'll explain, don't worry. We're going to run through firstly and tell you what is Ecamm Live. Then I want to tell you what is the Ecamm Live Academy. And then we're going to tell you about, we've got a prize draw that's also happening today. You know I like to do my prize draws. So you can all get involved and you can win yourselves a free ticket to Ecamm Live Academy or into the ELA Live. If you've already bought one, don't panic. If you still win, we'll refund that for you. But there you go. You can do that. You can get a free ticket in. You can also get a year's free license to Ecamm, a pro license. And that's the link there where you can go. What's this? Did have it open to, I don't know what that is. Good to see you anyway. Lovely to see some very familiar faces and some new faces in here. Bill, great to see you. Fun to be back for sure. I've got to sort this comment out. I was all getting clever. You know, we've got these new overlays that are in, and I really liked to watch Ken and Glenn the other day demonstrating how the new comments now, we can fix it so they don't kind of change in size. Thought I'd got it all dialed in. And of course, I could hear Owen laughing while we just got that intro starting because sure enough, it comes up and I've done it wrong. But hey ho, it's live. And I know that you guys love to see it when it goes wrong for me as well and how we recover from it. So we're going to get into this then, and I'm going to turn that little ticker off there for the minute. I know that we've got Paul and Val, Owen, Rach, all in the group here, helping out, moderating as well. So Deborah, Sandra, Brian, great to see you all. Yeah. I'm going to bring Paul and Val on later. For some of you, you've been tracking through and you'll know that we run these academies for 6 months. And these guys have been there week in, week out. For them, it's just like we're just changing location. For me and for some of you, you know, we do the 2 weeks live together and then it feels like, 6 months seems a long time away for the next one. But it's all good. We're kicking off. We're going to get ourselves into it nice and soon. So I'll turn this thing off. And of course, this is live. So, as you're seeing, please do ask questions. Please do get involved and if possible, put a Q in front of it so we know it's a question. The challenge for me is that with all these awesome moderators in here, some of them will be answering your questions there. Some of them I'm going to try and bring on as a question up here. So maybe what we'll do is when we get to a Q&A bit, I'll almost ask some of the Val, Paul, Owen to actually copy and paste those back in again. And I can just see that it's one that we want to answer it on the live. That'll be really helpful. And Katie is going to be popping in later as well from Ecamm. So that'll be really cool. And as I say, Paul and Val will be on. And maybe, if the tech's holding up, we might actually get some of you alumni to come on as well and tell us a little bit about what your experience was, what you like about it, and what you'd say to somebody else who's looking at coming in. Trying to enter the draw. Okay, is it not working? Should it be working? Owen, can you just double check that's all good for me? I'm going to keep going, and firstly, I want to have a look at what is Ecamm Live. Now, lock overlay. I'm guessing most of you here that are on know what Ecamm Live is. Has anyone just showed up and actually you don't know what Ecamm is? If so, this next few minutes is really for you, because we want to make sure that everybody here knows what we're talking about. What is Ecamm Live? I first discovered Ecamm Live about 7 years ago. And back then, really, I considered it a tool for just me being able to make my live streams look a bit more professional. To be able to do Facebook Lives. Were we even doing YouTube Lives? I don't think we were. It was really Facebook Lives that it just gave me the ability to do things like this and really just up the quality, up the game of what we were doing. But now, the majority of Ecamm customers, I understand, aren't actually live streaming with it. And I hear people that sort of apologize and go, I don't actually use it for live streaming anymore. Well, that's okay. And apparently you're in good company, because most people aren't. People are using Ecamm Live now, and I think it just shows the power and the strength of this tool. Using it to record videos, to do interviews, using the virtual camera feature in here and just taking your presentations out to Zoom and MS Teams and wherever else you're going. Webinars even, you can filter everything you're doing here straight into one of these webinar apps. And it doesn't even have to be in this format. You can do vertical videos. You can do live vertical videos. You can record videos and then put them in afterwards. So Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, all of those things are covered in here. And for those of us that are live streaming with Ecamm, it's all right, I just see what I said in there. For those of you that are live streaming in Ecamm, we now get to live stream to multiple destinations at once. So I currently, in fact, I'm not, because it's playing up. We are only going to YouTube at the minute. We were meant to be going to YouTube and Facebook, but Facebook's playing up and that's not happening. But I could go to multiple destinations like this. I could go to multiple YouTube channels. The plan was originally that we were going to go out to the to the Ecamm YouTube channel, but Alex doing some training over there, I believe. So we're not going over to that one at the minute. We could go to our Facebook page. We could go to other Facebook pages. We could go into Facebook groups. We can go to LinkedIn, to Twitter, Instagram, and other destinations all at once. So if you're not familiar with Ecamm, it's an incredible live streaming tool, but more than the live streaming, as I say, it's being used for simply recording all of these other things as well. We can also get into multiple cameras. So maybe you see some of these, the TV chefs that have got their cameras overhead or a side angle and things like this. We can do stuff like that in Ecamm, and I can hook up multiple cameras to this, and it'll let me not only record all that in, but it'll give me clean feeds of all of those cameras afterwards. If I added in a Stream Deck pedal, which you might see me doing in ELA Live, then we can actually be controlling it all from our feet as well. So all of the controls and changes that we can do could be done by our feet. I tend to have a Stream Deck right in front of me. Again, can talk about that later if people want to. But okay, let's keep going. We could do, what other things could we do? This would be a popular one that folk want to do. Presentations, whether that's part of a live stream or that's to go out to, as I say, somewhere like Zoom. But I could be doing, this isn't me, this is literally a template that I just pulled off of Canva. I'm doing this in Canva on my iPad at the minute, but I could be whizzing through these slides on here. I don't think I've ever properly read through this, but hopefully there's nothing in there that's that shouldn't be on there. But we can do a presentation like this in here, and so many different options, different ways to be able to do that. I could share my phone on here very successfully. I can hook it in and just share the screen, or I can use my phone as another camera. That's a powerful feature. And I can actually write on the screen here as well. He says, click the wrong one. There it is. So I could be writing on the screen like this. You could be using it for more advanced things. Maybe you're kind of doing graphs and showing things that are coming up. All of these cool things we can do here in Ecamm that really there's no other tool available to you to be able to do this. And as you'll see later, playing videos, bringing guests on, doing interviews, all of these things. Incredible. Sound effects, if we wanted to play some soft music, again, it's a unique way of doing that. I was talking with a customer the other day who was wanting in their Zoom members chats just to be able to have some nice soft music looping around in the background. We can do all that in here. So there it is. It really ultimately, Ecamm allows us to pull off really what I would consider to be like a studio quality presentation, but I get to do it right here on my own without having any other assistance. We've got Academy members who I know that have done big kind of annual virtual summits. We have a lot of customers, members who have gone on and are actually running pretty advanced weekly church services, running shows, running all kinds of things. It's an awesome tool. If you're podcasting, Ecamm now allows you to record separate channels out. So if you were bringing a guest on, like you're going to see me doing later, you could record video. You know, you've got the video, you might as well use it. But if you wanted just the audio, come the end of it, you're going to get two separate files of you and your guest. In fact, all of your guests that you bring on, you could have a separate file. So if you wanted to edit it afterwards and lift up and change the volumes, you could do all that afterwards. So you get the idea. Pretty awesome. And now Ecamm integrates into Descript as well. So when we talk about editing, and we will come into this very much in ELA, we can now integrate into this tool called Descript, which is a fantastic video editor. And yeah, you can bring all those tracks in and you can save out a video, you can save out an audio only, you can do your transcripts, audio files, all of these different things. And as you're going to hear a bit later on, those of you that are coming and joining us in Ecamm Live Academy, ELA Live in September, you're going to be given our brand new Descript Academy. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later, but it is so hot off the press that it's still being put together and put into the course. So that's pretty awesome. Pretty excited about that one. Now, if you haven't actually tried Ecamm Live before, I didn't spot in there if anyone had wasn't actually using it. We do, if I'm sure someone can just pop, we've got a link, adriansalisbury.com/Ecamm. You could start a 14-day trial. And why don't you just have a look at this, have a play with it, and you'll start to see what it is that gets us so excited. And as we go through this little session on here, this live today, you'll see actually these features being used, and everything that we're doing and using is happening natively here inside of Ecamm. All right, so I'm guessing in reality that most of you are already on Ecamm. Did I spot anybody in the chat who wasn't? Okay. Oh, some people from the Ecamm Challenge just come over. Welcome. Great to see you over here. I ought to pop up just for you and let you know that we are running a little competition down here as well. If you missed us at the start, we are going to be giving away a copy of the Ecamm Live Academy. And we're also going to be giving away a free Ecamm Pro license for 12 months, for a year. So head over there and enter. I can see already there's 20 people that have entered already. So it's pretty good odds of you winning unless that number goes up. adriansalisbury.com/enter. Head over there. It's just a simple little form, name and email. It's going to come up in front of me. And in, I don't know, half an hour's time, we're going to be just running a little spin the wheel and we'll give away these prizes. So thank you for joining us. We've just been talking about what Ecamm is, and I reckon that most of you are already very familiar with Ecamm, but I do think that a lot of you aren't getting the best out of it. And really every time I talk to somebody about Ecamm, I'll mention something and they go, oh, I didn't know it did that. And that's why we created the Ecamm Live Academy, which is actually going to be opening the doors to the group in 3 minutes. And I'll explain what that means. So I'll keep that up there, actually. It might keep me talking a bit quicker. Yeah, I was speaking to customers, as I say, a long time back that were saying to me, I'd talk about Ecamm, this amazing tool, and they'd go, yeah, I think I've got it, but I don't really use it. Or even, as I say, more recently, just little things that people, they know what they need to, but don't really know anything past that. And I just love to surprise you with things and help you with it and have you go, oh, wow, I didn't know I could do that. And that's really what this is all about. Now, I'm going to use our sales page. Let me just turn this thing off. So I'm pulling this feed in at the minute from our page because I think this is a good way for me to explain to you what the Ecamm Live Academy, or certainly the way we've talked about it now. I think we've confused a few people. We've had a rebrand. So Ecamm Live Academy, and you can head to this page, ecammliveacademy.com, as you can see there. Head over there. You'll see there's a little video of me introducing it. And I genuinely believe we've put together here the ultimate Ecamm training experience. And this is how we're looking at it now, that we've got the Ecamm Live Academy here on the left, and the best online course for Ecamm Live. There's over 9 hours of video training covering everything from unboxing to advanced presentations and integration into Zoom. So this is available to you instantly. You can click this button, you can head over, it's $1.99, and you can access the training straight away. There's downloadable guides, you've got lifetime updates for this, and really genuinely for all levels of ability. So if you're feeling, this is going to be too advanced for you, it isn't. We start by unboxing and we work our way through. And I reckon everybody would get something out of this that they maybe didn't know was available. All right, so that's the Ecamm Live Academy. ELA Live, really to complement that online training. We don't want you just seeing this as an online course to go and work through on your own. So to complement those video tutorials, that 9 hours worth of content, we run twice a year these virtual live events. And that's why we're just trying to separate it out. Partly because when we were originally running the Ecamm Live Academy, and this applied to many of you, you weren't able to get in and access the training until we started on the Monday morning. And now that we're only doing it twice a year, we get so many people who maybe a week or two after the Academy are really disappointed that they've got to wait 6 months to get into the training. So we changed it up and we decided it was way more beneficial to you to let you get straight in and access the training, but then you can come and join us and access the live element of it. So what you do if you join Ecamm Live Academy, we give you a free ticket into the ELA Live event. And that's what's happening on the 18th of September. If you joined in October, you'll get a free ticket for our February event. Does that make sense? So Ecamm Live Academy, we're considering the online training. ELA Live are the events that we run twice a year. And so the purpose of that, you've already got that training, but I am going to walk you through it each day and look at there's 5 levels you'll see inside the training. So across the first 5 days, the first week, we're going to be walking you through step by step every day, just building on what you're learning. So I'm going to be doing daily live Q&A sessions into the group. You get the chance to practice what you learn. I'm going to be challenging you to do that. You are going to be getting inspired by others. You're going to be getting a ton of encouragement, and you get 6 months access to the Facebook group. And what I haven't listed on there is we have got masterclasses as well. That's lower down on the page on here. And we have also got, in addition to my Q&A and my support, we're going to be having Paul and Val coming in as well. That's what we've got, what's going on over there. And you can come back through this as many times as you want as an alumni. So Ecamm Live Academy gives you a ticket into ELA Live. If you've already got it and you've had it and you've been through it previously, you can just come and join us for the ELA Live event. So there's 2 buttons on there. If you haven't got the training, you need to click this one, else you're not going to get any training when you join the live. And then if you've already got the training, please come and join us and access that. And as you can see here, I've already mentioned it, Descript Academy is coming free with either of those. So even if you're coming back as an alumni, we're going to give you Descript Academy for free. But you do need to join this event and come and join us. All right, so that's the sales page. You can go and head over there right now. Now, I reckon we've already opened the doors. So what are we saying on this? Yep, doors are open. As I say, you could join at any time. That wasn't an issue, but the actual Facebook group is now open. Rachel has emailed everybody. An email should be coming out to you right about now with a link to come over and join that Facebook group. And so you can start getting involved, introduce yourself before we actually start the training itself, so that the event itself is the 18th of September to the 29th of September. That's the 2-week live bit. Incredible. You're going to absolutely love that. And you get the training itself for life. So feel free if you want to go and have a look at that in advance, but there's no expectations for you to have gone through anything much over there before we start. All right. Now, Katie, I said Katie was going to be coming on and joining me. Katie is sitting here patiently in the guest room, so I'm going to let her in just a minute. If you've got any questions, please post them into the chat over here. I'm sure. Is there anything major that's come up? No, it's all being answered. Amazing. That's what we love. So yeah. Sign up now if you want to be one of the first ones into the Facebook group. You've got the next week to come and join us. Ask us any questions if you want to in advance of that. That's really what this call is about today. But yeah, just make sure you get in by the 18th before the live event, because the next one won't be happening until February. Now, I need to just change over these headphones so that I can actually hear my lovely first guest. And if I assign Katie to a guest over here. Now, let me just introduce Katie a little bit before she comes on. I believe Katie's title is Marketing Director, but those of us that know Katie know that she pretty much runs the show, I think, over there, and totally frees up Ken and Glenn to get on with their technical bit, all the magic that they do building out the app. But we love Katie. She seems to be doing everything at Ecamm, and it's an absolute pleasure to have her come and join us here. So, Katie, let's a big cheer to... Oh, what has happened there? Oh, no, that's not cool.
Oh, wait, that's
okay, no, I think I... Oh, dear. Katie, what have I done?
Oh, you're having too much fun. You're showing
I am having too
live
much
training.
Right, just a sec. Do you know what's just worrying me, though? Because this is what's going to happen for everybody that comes on as well.
Uh-oh.
Right, there we go.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, Katie. Sorry about that.
Hey, no problem. How's it going?
Very good. Great to have you here. So, Katie, I know I've just kind of cheekily introduced you then. To me, it seems that you're doing everything, and you're a wonderful person. Be working over there with Ecamm with the guys.
Thanks. I get by with a lot of help from a lot of friends, so don't let the smoke and mirrors fool you. I have an awesome team.
Katie, do you want to just quickly introduce yourself to people?
Yeah, so hi, if you haven't met me yet, I'm Katie, and I am the Director of Marketing here at Ecamm. We make a live streaming and video production tool that many of you use, and we spend, I would say, almost every moment of my day involved with what we affectionately call the Ecamm fam in one way or another. So it's a fun gig, and it's always so great to be on these streams and be in the live chat and just getting to know you all better. So excited to be here.
You've kind of answered I was coming on to that actually. I'd love to know, what is a typical day over at Ecamm headquarters?
Oh my gosh, no such thing. There's no such thing as a typical day. We're a pretty small team, but we're all over the place. So I am actually one of the few people that's lucky enough to be local to our co-founders, Ken and Glenn. So my typical day is split between my home office and then our two offices here, one in Glenn's hometown and one in Ken's hometown.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I go back and forth with my laptop in hand, which is why if you've been on calls with me or, have seen any of the streams, I sometimes will show up in this, which is our studio space, and sometimes I'm
Yeah.
like on a sofa at home, and sometimes I'm at a desk in the other office. So all different kinds of spaces, and I know what it's like to constantly be on the move. So if that's you, I feel you, and I know some of the
So,
challenges that are surrounding it.
so it isn't the case that you're all sitting in the office together then? That's
Not
no.
often, no. No. Usually it's just me and Ken or me and Glenn, and sometimes the three of us. And very
And,
rarely we get the awesome opportunity, usually like twice or three times a year, where the whole team is all together for, we're doing like a fun offsite, and
yeah.
yeah,
And
some things like that.
are they very much heads down, coding all day? Is
Oh
that a
yeah,
typical
and
picture?
not even just all day. Like Doc, who is our community manager,
Yeah.
loves to joke that like the one of the first times that he was out in this area, he was at dinner over at Ken's house, and they were like in the middle of a conversation, and Ken just like got up, walked away, and like got his computer and sat down and kept talking, but he was like actively coding and solving a problem that he had just figured out. So it is an awesome
Yeah.
company to work for, and trust me if you haven't realized this yet, that Ken and Glenn are constantly working on Ecamm and trying to
Yeah.
solve problems and taking feedback and thinking through cool new feature updates. They're
Yeah.
always focused on that, even when they're on vacation or
Yeah.
at dinner or out with people. It's kind of always in the back of their head.
No, I love that about them. And I don't know of another company that they are so responsive to what people are
Yeah.
suggesting. And well, you only got to watch the monthly Q&A calls. But yeah, we absolutely love Ken and Glenn. And
Yeah.
it's great that you're able to, I would think, allow them to sort of keep their heads down very much and responding to that while you deal with all us customers.
I'm your middle lady, middle man, woman.
Gatekeeper.
Yeah, gatekeeper.
I reminded Katie when we first started back in 2019, I think, the first academy that we did. And I don't think you'd been long with Ecamm, had you?
No, I joined in June or July 2019. So yeah, not
Yeah.
long.
And we ran this about August, September.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
that's worth noting, to folk that have seen this or come through more recently. It's great how we've been able to do this and work together, and what perfect timing that turned out to be.
Yeah, and it really solved a lot of challenges for us. One of the biggest challenges that I had when I was joining the team was that we had no video content.
Right.
we had all of the amazing content that all of our customers were making, but we had, very few, almost next to no tutorials, and those that we had, were kind of quickly becoming outdated. But we had all of
Yeah.
these amazing people like you, Adrian, who were doing all these cool things and trying all these things and have this like great background of being able to make it easy and help people. And so it was just such a great win for us to be able to talk about it, and for you to have all these great ideas and for us to bring it to life. And I remember we went back and forth. We were like, should we just do tutorial videos that are just sitting on our site or on our YouTube channel? And we are like, it's like almost good enough, but not quite. We think we can do something a little bit more
That's
community
right.
focused, a bit more hands-on. So I'm so delighted with what this course has become, because it's not just a course. It's, it really
Yeah.
is a community. It's everything that Ecamm stands for. It really is a family. And the people that come out of Ecamm Live Academy are like our most dedicated, passionate, helpful members, because
Amazing.
they get it, right? And so they're giving back in that group. They're giving back in our larger community, and to all of their customers, and to all of their contacts and followers and fans. So it's just a nice experience all the way around. Even if you know everything
Yeah.
about Ecamm, it's still
I
just a nice
know.
experience.
And I think there are folk that come back time and time again, and they probably know this better than I do. but there's just something lovely about the community. Yeah. It's probably a bit, well, it is a lot smaller than the main Ecamm community, and it's that sort of group within a group.
Yeah.
But I've been to events, yours and others, where people will come up to me and give me a hug and go, "Thank you so much for what you've taught me and how you've opened this up." And you realize the impact. You must hear this all the time as well about Ecamm as a whole.
Yeah.
You kind of realize that the impact it's having on people's lives, and
yeah, it's incredible. The stories are always, the stories are incredible. It's just amazing to hear what people can do.
Yeah. And talking about what people can do, am I right in saying that earlier, that actually a majority of people now aren't really live streaming? They're using it for other reasons?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a really big shift over the last few years. We now live in a world where video is everywhere, and it's a part of almost every single aspect of our working lives, at least, and in many cases, our personal lives. So I think it's not. I was thinking a lot about this morning. Like, it's not even really so much that people are either using it for live streaming or not live streaming.
Yeah.
I think they're just keeping it on. Like, they're walking into their studios and they're using it for their meetings. They're using it for recording short little videos that they're using on social media. They're using it for their video podcast. They're live streaming. They're recording quick answers back to their teams because it's easier to be able to do that than write an email out. So I think it's just become kind of this tool that you're like, oh, right, I have Ecamm. Like, why turn on Zoom without Ecamm? Why send an email when you can record a video? So it's really just become this kind of universal tool that people connect into everything else that they're doing or are using it to communicate. Right, really.
It must also almost make it harder to market or promote, because it is just this tool that does everything. It was easier when it was just a live streaming tool.
No, you're probably right. It's funny. I feel like these days the easiest way for us to market it is through the lens of podcasting, because most people understand what a podcast is and it feels approachable, and more people are jumping into that space. And so it's like, many of the podcasts are also interviews. So I think people are, it's easier to kind of explain the potential of Ecamm through that lens. But if you're like, oh, I'm not at all thinking about podcasting, it's nice to also be able to be like, hey, you don't have to. You can still get a lot out of Ecamm, even if you never ever conceive of podcasting. But it's a challenge. I think it's one of those things where there's just a bunch of different kinds of audiences or lenses that you can approach it through. So trying to understand, what the pain point is and where Ecamm can help solve it.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I just love to open it up to people and say, look what I can do, and look at all these different ways you can use it. There's a fit for everybody, really. It's a fantastic tool. It makes it very easy for me to promote this, and I'm writing emails, and I'm like you said, I'm genuinely saying it's the app that's always open, and whether I'm going to Zoom or recording things or anything else, it all starts in Ecamm. So yeah, fantastic. Before I let you go, I've got a couple of things. Firstly, are there any top secret updates that you can share with us?
See, is anyone watching me? All the usual. So I know that you're already in this inside and out. But if you're watching and you're not part of our beta testing group, you should absolutely jump into that beta space. That's where where the guys are, releasing new and upcoming features into the Ecamm world. And a lot of them right now are in this kind of layout and design world. So there's a lot of really cool things happening with overlays, the ability to create shapes, which has been something that's been asked for a while. So you have a lot more control over what you're doing and how your overall video production looks in Ecamm. So that is available right now and is like, getting closer and closer to being able to be out there for everyone. But
we're really hoping
in the beta world,
ready.
Fingers crossed. But anyone can access that right now, and like all of our beta, it's very, very secure. So you can absolutely use it for your everyday productions. Upcoming and kind of in the next iteration. So two major things which we have been talking about a little bit. One is that we have been working really closely with the team at Zoom. We're trying to make it just a lot more of a direct integration. So you can absolutely use Ecamm right now with Zoom, but there's a lot of ways that we can make that experience easier, and we can really play to a lot of Zoom's strengths and have Zoom play to a lot of our strengths as well. So Ken has been working really closely with with Andy over at Zoom. So that's super exciting. And then the other is really in this kind of production space. So we know that many people are, looking to collaborate. They're looking to do these larger productions where they have, a comment moderator or a producer that's sitting backstage. So thinking through how to make it easier for folks like Paul and Val and the whole team to be able to be kind of in a virtual green screen space where they can interact with, interview guests that are coming in and out. They can see and engage and moderate comments and just have a lot more functionality and control there. So if you've been on a bigger team or you're, taking it to the next level with your show, we see you and we hear you, and we've been working on a lot of those different features that'll just make it easier for you to be able to be the ultimate producer, right? So
yeah, and that's the challenge with a live like this. Even I was just saying earlier, I know, and in fact Paul's sitting in the green room, Paul, Val, Owen, by the time I get to a question, inevitably one of them's answered it, and I think it would be great for them to be able to
assign it over, right? Yeah, exactly.
Favorite it or something like that. So yeah, I love to hear that that's coming. Just finally, Katie, and I know the doors are closed to it now, but Creator Camp, those of us that are signed up.
Oh my gosh, that's my whole life right now. I'm so excited. You should, if I could take you on the tour of the office, you would see that there are boxes everywhere filled with stuff for our incredible welcome kits. And we are finalizing all of our kind of summaries for all the different sessions. Adrian's leading an amazing session all about YouTube. So yeah, I think it's just going to be a really special experience. It's intentionally small, so you'll have to forgive us if you're like, hey, I tried to sign up, but it was sold out. We want it to be small, really similar to like kind of an in-person experience of all of the kind of everything that works really well about Ecamm Live Academy, right? We want to pull people together. We want to pull people together from all different kinds of backgrounds and experience levels and types of content, so that you'll be like, someone as capable and knowledgeable and experienced as Adrian is going to be working alongside someone who's like brand new and has never started up. And hopefully the goal is not, obviously we want everyone to learn as much as possible and have a really hands-on experience, but equally we want you to be able to meet other people in the community in real life, so that after the event, who's the right person to ask about, this thing, and who's the person who, had a really great idea and you could spend some time with or work with on this project. Ideally you come out of it with a great network of people that you can go to and trust and work alongside and learn alongside long after the event ends. So I'm really excited and so appreciative of everyone that's helped me along the way.
Everyone that I've spoken to about it is just coming because they want to meet all of us.
It's just a party. It's just a party for us all. There will be a lot of that as well, for sure. A lot of fun stuff, a lot of party time too. But
for sure, I'm really looking forward to meeting everybody. And I know a lot of you and have met a lot of you, but there's other faces as well that it's be really exciting to be together and spend a few days together. So thank you for pulling this one off.
Of course. I will say really quickly before I jump off, I see Rich's comment, Rich Chapman in the comments. Rich, if you are able to come, email me. You can email me directly, katie@ecamm.com. We can find a spot for you. So I will say, like, here and there, we have had a couple of people who were coming in internationally that had to cancel because of some travel issues and things like that. So we do have a couple of extra spaces. If you can make it work, we can add you in. So email me. Happy to help you and get you into it. It's going to be a really special event, and hopefully, it'll be such a smash success. We can do it every year is the goal on it. So.
Excellent. Love to hear that. Katie, thank you so much. Really appreciate you coming on, and hopefully seeing you in the Academy in just over a week's time as well.
We'll
and then in real life next month.
In the group. Yeah, we'll see you all in the group, and we'll see you on all these awesome live sessions, and hopefully in real life soon.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Katie.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Adrian.
See ya. I really appreciate Katie popping in, and I've got two other people sitting in the green room who are ready to go. Just a quick reminder then, so if you've jumped in and missed it, we are going to be doing a prize draw very soon. I'm going to pop it up here again. The numbers are growing slightly. I think we've got 41 people who have entered this now, and we're going to be giving away a free ticket to the Academy, or a year's pro license. Well, we're giving both away, but you've got the chance to win one or the other. And it's eventually getting there. Kind of want to pull it along. Here it is, adriansalisbury.com/enter. You can head over there. And I've got two people who, actually, I'm hoping so. I've seemed to have made such a mess of these scenes. I'm hoping they're going to be joining me to do the prize draw. So yeah, the doors are, the Facebook group is now open. If you join Ecamm Live Academy, you'll get an email with an invite to come straight over and join us in the Facebook group. And these are two people who I know that are already over there. And before they come on, Paul and Val, I absolutely love these guys. Val just kept turning up to every academy. I think she only missed one. And we asked her to come on team and help us out. And Paul, either known as Mr. Moderator or Uncle Paulie, I had to get that in. You can explain that to us in a minute, Paul. Is the man that everybody needs in the group, on the chats. These two are an amazing dynamic duo. I absolutely love them. And we asked them to come on and just show their faces. So I'm really hoping this is going to work. You wouldn't believe that I've spent all day sorting this out. Here we go. Oh, it's done it again. Oh,
okay,
right.
So now everybody
I'll move
can
to
just
the left.
relax. Because when something goes wrong, you don't have to worry.
I'm gonna
It
move
happens
over.
to the best.
Yeah, slide over. It's much easier than me changing it. You know what I've done, don't you?
Oops.
I think I must have cropped one slightly, and then I've just copied it to all the others. Thank you. That was much easier than I thought it was going to be.
Turn it
Hey,
this way.
Paul, Val, how are you doing?
Doing great.
I'm great. I am. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You guys live in the group anyway, don't you? As I said earlier, it's not like this is finishing. It's just, we've got to change rooms.
Exactly. Well, it's
Well
so
done, Paul.
funny
Thank you.
because I'm actually just so you know, because my internet might go out in any second. We're starting the first gig of the tour is tonight actually, and I just flew to Windsor last night, so I'm in a hotel business center. But I'm like, I'm
Windsor?
not missing Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Yeah.
Oh,
I just flew in yesterday, so that's our first show is tonight.
I thought you were going to tell me Windsor in the UK. I think you got me all excited.
Oh, well, you know what? I am going to the UK, but you're coming here for Creator Camp.
I
And
know.
I'm going to
What bad timing.
Oh my gosh. But the thing is, so I'm hoping my internet lasts, but I was not going to miss this for nothing in the world. So
Thank you so much.
yeah, one of the things you taught me this when I first started, is showing up is one of the biggest things you can do, and you just figure out the rest later. So I'm showing up.
Well done. Much appreciated. So tell us a bit about what you think makes the Academy, now called ELA Live, the actual live event side of it. Paul, if you want to start us off, what do you think really has worked and made this special?
I think it's the community. Everybody coming together, being willing to just, get out there and go live and try it, make mistakes. We all started at the same place. When we first started, we knew nothing. And the only difference is some of us just made a lot more mistakes along the way. And that's how we learn. And I think it's that ability to know that you can come into this group. It's a safe group. You can make mistakes. You can learn stuff. You can, progress. And we're all a family. Everybody is here to support you.
Fantastic. No, thank you. And I think for you, both of you, this hasn't just been a 2-week event. When we used to, originally when we ran this, it was 2 weeks. And I used to say to people, feel free to stay and play in the group. But my commitment was very much, we weren't charging people for membership or anything. Certainly this last time around, you've really taken this on and kept that community alive. Val, do you want to speak into that?
Well, yeah, because it started back with my second academy, because the first academy, I was there for everyone, typing, oh, great job, yay, yay. But I never did anything. I mean, I was afraid. And so one of the things I said, well, the next time you do it, I'm going back. So I came back, and my biggest thing for me is that after we finished the academy, because you always said, it's going to fall off after these 2 weeks, everybody's going to be happy, but then it's going to fall off. So that academy, I said, well, it's not going to fall off for me because I have a lot to learn. And I needed to get over my fear. I needed to have some confidence in what I was doing. And I'm telling you, this group, the academy, is what helped me get over that, because I was determined not to let it go. So I started doing challenges for myself, because I'm saying, hey, you guys, if you want to come join me or whatever. And then people actually started showing up, and then people actually started coming back because of the same reason. We're trying to get pushed through some things and gain some things. And the community really allowed me to make that happen, because I got to practice, I got to play, I got to have safe space to do that in, got support. And then you laid the groundwork in the beginning, because I wouldn't have found this group if I hadn't found you, actually. So I really appreciate what you did, because these are like my family members are in here.
I know. Absolutely. And you're right. I just saying that to Katie, we turn up at an event or somewhere, and it's incredible that you realize how big a deal this has been. And I know you said in particular, through COVID, it was really lonely. This became a real family. And I love that. Yeah. What a side benefit, really, from learning Ecamm and helping all that. It's beautiful. Can you think of any, I know it's probably really hard to pick somebody out, but can you think of any real standout people that started at day one and they were really struggling, and now at the end of the 6 months, you've really seen them blossom?
Well, I will say that there's always there's a lot of people that's come through and that's happened for, but this last academy, everyone in our little bitty group actually agrees that the biggest standout this time was who, Paul?
Ramona
Nichols.
Yep. I can absolutely see that.
Yes. She started and what happened is, when after the 2 weeks were over, we were going into the group to offer support and questions. We do the Q&A hangout. So after the 2 weeks, you have questions and things and want to go and work on your lessons. That's what we're there for. And we bring people on and stuff. She jumped in the first day and was really frustrated because I can't do this. And we had her just stay a little bit, and she worked it out. And she said, okay, I'm done now. And she got off the line. She said, I'm done now. But she came back, and then she kept coming back. And then her scenes got better, and then she got better, and there's more confidence. And and it happens with another standout was Jamie Hayes too, because same thing happened with him, and just his whole scenes and everything got better. So I have to say, just watching, I feel like you feel about us, like, oh, my babies, because everybody's pushing through, but we do it together. And I know Paul and I also have pushed through a lot because we're allowed and able to help other people. So it really helps us get to the next level as well.
Yeah, I think it's like what Paul just said a minute ago. It's making mistakes, isn't it? And it being okay to happen. I'm making a ton of mistakes in this, and I've literally spent all day thinking through what we were going to talk about today, getting these scenes ready, and then you show up, and for whatever reason, I've messed them up. And I love it when this happens in a group, and you can see people kind of sweating a bit, thinking, oh no, everyone's watching, but those that stay on and just push through. It's absolutely lovely. The rest of us are going, come on, you got this. And way better to make these mistakes there than when you get out to a live event like this.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm not freaking out all the way anymore, is because of just practicing like that. Because even today, this situation I'm in right now is not ideal at all, and I ended up having to come to a business center because the internet sucks. So it's like, but I'm
we really appreciate it.
Yeah, pushing through. I got that big from you. Thank you.
Thank you. We're about to get ready to do this prize draw. You guys can stay on with me, and we'll see who's going to win one of these tickets.
One of the other things I just wanted to add is, we do the first 2 weeks, and it's you're getting a lot of information, and some people, it's a lot of stuff coming at them. And so Val and I stick around for the rest of the 6 months, and we go live 2 to 3 times a week just to kind of help you out answer those questions. So if you're getting the information up front, but you're not really ready to dive in because of work or other things, you have 6 months to kind of hop in here at any point in time. And, the group is here to kind of help you learn along the way. So, just don't think after the 2 weeks is over, it's over. It's not. You've got, 5.5 months left.
Yep. And I absolutely love that. And others won't know, we're not charging any membership or anything for this 6 months or so. And I never intended Paul or Val to take it on. So I'm not paying them for that part of it. And bless them, they are just showing up multiple times a week, as they're saying, just because they love you guys and they want to support you, and they're enjoying it as much as you are. So I just want to say a huge thank you. I know I said it into the other group the other day, but I don't get a chance to say it enough. You guys are as key a part to this as I or anybody else is. So huge thank you.
Thank you, Adrian.
So carrying on, same as we're doing the same thing this time. You're still planning on showing up, and I love it actually, because I'm kind of rushing on a live and I can answer some questions, but it's much more chilled on your session.
Yep.
Well, because and it's fun to do.
Oh no!
There she goes.
Because you give us everything we need, and then so we.
Sorry, we're laughing at you, Val. It's glitching.
Don't laugh. Am I back?
Val comes and goes. You're back.
We've got you, yeah.
Well, once again, that's one of the things that it happens.
It does, yeah. And there's tips and tricks of how we can get the best out of this and make sure we can prep a lot of these things in advance. Love it. Anything you would just say to somebody who's considering joining?
We do a lot of little challenges in the group. So if you want to join, like to work on your presentations, on your interviews, on your, anything like that, anything that you can push the record button on, we're there to help you get that going. It's been really helpful to a lot of people. Like I saw Russ in the group saying, Russ McCann was saying that he's been doing a whole bunch of stuff using Ecamm, and Jamie's been doing a lot of interviews now, something he wasn't doing before, being able to use Ecamm. And so he had a lot of questions in the beginning. So we just answer, and if we can't, we find out, but we answer all those questions so you can move through whatever it is you have to get done.
And I think interviews is definitely one of the toughest things to do on here. And I certainly know in that 2 weeks, that's where the challenges come. There's echo, there's sound coming back, there's issues. They're the bits that are lovely. And that's where you get the value, just to be able to practice that in the group, knowing that we and others are all there with tips and advice to help. And it's invaluable, really. And it's great to hear then people that are pushing through and taking this on. It eventually becomes second nature, doesn't it? It's like anything. Big thank you.
And with the last thing with the I'm sorry.
Yep.
It's okay. I was just going to say with interviewing that, like you said, it's one of the biggest things, and we bring people on a live so they can see what it feels like to be, in the interview, because they're going to be doing that with their guests. But with interview mode, you're going to practice just about everything there is in Ecamm. You're going to do your scenes, your overlays. You're going to learn how to deal with your sound. You're going to learn how to bring things on, things off. So it's a lot in just doing interview. You pretty much get all of Ecamm inside of that.
Yeah, for sure. You probably do it exactly the same. Almost every time I'm talking to somebody who has been through the academy or was pretty advanced on it, you'll just mention something and they go, "Oh, didn't know I could do that." In fact, you did it with me a few weeks back. I didn't appreciate that you could bring on and stylize the comment overlays in advance. And that is the beauty of when we talk to alumni about coming back through again. You might have the software or the course to be able to go through. You do get updates for life, but coming back through again will just help you. And it could be a real nugget, a real kind of gold that you go, that's brilliant. I never knew I could do that.
We learn from each other.
Yeah. So really encourage our alumni to come back through. I think we've got just over 100 people that were registered before I came on. Half of those are alumni coming back through again. So whether you're coming through new or you're wanting to come back as an alumni, you will be in good company.
I will say everybody in our group is coming. Everybody that was coming to our little group have already signed up. So
brilliant. So keeping the family together. Right now, I'm slightly hesitant to press this prize door with both of us on, or with all of us on.
I can pop off because my internet. Oh,
we're back. Right. Slide, everybody.
Shift.
Oh.
That's cute. I like that.
It's funny. Right. So my clicker's gone to. No, it hasn't. Right. So stay here a second. I'm just going to grab everybody's names.
Can I win too? I want a new car.
You're very welcome to if your name's in, Val.
I want a car though.
You want?
Val doesn't want much.
Right. So I've just got. There we go. Someone's just popped. Did you just put Addo in?
Well, if you win, I'll be nice to you for 6 months.
Valerie, there is no reason why you guys shouldn't be in here. Well, you're already in, but you could gift it to somebody else if you wanted to. There you go. Right, so Val and Paul are entered as well. Yep,
woohoo!
I just saw Paul's name go by. So what we're going to do, what should we do first? A free ticket or a year's license?
Ooh.
Free ticket.
Free ticket. So this is a free ticket to Ecamm Live Academy. So this gives you all the online training and a free ticket to come and join us, not next week, the week after, 18th of September. Right. Count me down. Paul, go on. This was your one. Give us a 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. Spin.
And we're lining it up over here with this little arrow that almost missed. Anthony Samu. I'm not sure who that is. Now, Anthony, you do need to be here. We're quite tough on this. So, Anthony, I hope you are still on the live. If you can make yourself known, you've got... Yay! Amazing. There he is. Awesome. I can take that off.
Yay!
So, Anthony, we've got your email. Yep, Owen's already highlighted it. He's good over here.
Owen.
David Hunt said he didn't see his name.
Sorry?
David
Hunt.
Ooh, I can't see that.
It's not on the list, David. I can add it in. Let's add you in now.
Yvette said she's not in there either.
Oh, you're all coming in now.
Did you go to the link and enter?
I was going to say, did you click the link? Because it's
It's a
I
bunch
am
of
just,
people saying it.
Sandra's just snuck in at the last minute.
Ramona
I'm just
either.
putting Sandra. Right.
Should we put the link back in now?
Sandra, your name isn't in because you literally just posted that in about 10 seconds ago, but I have just put it in now.
Is Ramona in there?
Marlene, first to enter. Right, we need to do this. So this is now for a 3 years license. That's pretty awesome. A year's pro license with Ecamm. If you've already got a license, you'll be able to tag this on to the end of that and get a free 12 months. Right, Val, you're going to count us in on this one.
All righty. 3, 2, 1.
I was just going to say you can sing it if you want. Of course you're singing it. Right. Lorenzo. Oh, it is. It's Lorenzo.
Wow,
Hey,
Zo.
Lorenzo.
Congratulations.
Come on, Lorenzo. You must be here.
What's up, Zo?
Where's my...
Let's see. Bye, Jimmy.
He's in chat.
Is he off? Yep. Good to see you,
looking
Jim.
for him.
I have been looking at this chat. I think because I've because I messed up my comments, I haven't been bringing them on.
I don't see him yet. Do you see him?
Lorenzo
No, I-
Selby, where are you?
Say something.
Lorenzo. Say something, I'm giving up on you. I don't.
You also get a lot of Val singing in the academy. That's a bonus that we don't advertise. I can add it to the bottom of that list.
Lorenzo.
We don't get
Lorenzo,
singing
thank-
fish anymore, do we? Because we don't have the snap
I
cam.
know. I'm gonna figure it out though, Adrian. I have to. Goldie and Crayola they have to come back.
I'm not. This is getting ever so close, and we really have got to stick to this. And I'm
Yes.
sorry
Lorenzo.
if you've paused it or anything like that.
He's
We've-
not
we've-
here.
Okay,
Oh, no.
this is where all the cheeky ones are going. Spin it again. Right. No, we've definitely given time. I'm really sorry, Lorenzo. We're gonna remove you from that.
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
Just
good
in the hair of
stuff.
time.
Wow, Lorenzo, what were you doing? Off barbecuing, I think. Oh, amazing. Right. Now I want to come back to the other scene, but we're going to shoot. Oh, you couldn't write this, could you? Right, fantastic. Well, thank you so much for you two for being on here with this. It honestly is more professional when we get into the academy, guys.
Yeah, that's what you think. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going to let you go. I'm just going to wrap things up over here. But yeah, huge thank you for all you've done in the current academy group, which closes Sunday. And yeah, I know you're already in the Facebook group and can't wait to work with you again on this next round.
Yay.
Looking forward to it.
Paul, I'm going to get to meet you in real life at Creative.
Yes. Yep.
So that'll be awesome.
It'll be
We're
fun.
looking forward to that. And
Yes.
Val, we've met up so
family,
many
so
times.
we're good.
Right, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Adrian, Rachel, and Owen. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
No problem. Right, I'm going to let these guys go while I just get back in here. Somebody did just mention a really good point. Before we leave, can you give us an idea when Descript Academy will start? So, Descript Academy isn't going to run as a live event like we do the other ones, but it is an online training. So the course side of it sits exactly the same as Ecamm Live Academy. The bit but we're not going to run it as a live cohort group like we do here. So you will get it released to you in the first week of the academy. and we will then talk about it during the second week and let you know a bit about what's happening. But yeah, really excited for that. It just felt like a natural fit onto this, and yeah, hope you like what I've put together as a training for you with that. So I think we're pretty much there, guys. Please do head over to the Ecamm Live Academy page, ecammliveacademy.com, and you can sign up. As I say, if you want to go either to this is the page. If you haven't been through previously, then you're coming on this side and selecting for the Academy plus a ticket to ELA Live. If you've previously been through, it doesn't matter how many times, and you just kind of seeing Paul Val again and getting excited about getting part of this beautiful community, please come and join us. $99, and we're running 18th to the 29th. It's an awesome event. I'm so proud of these academies. I love the communities. I love the way the thing works. And I get as choked up as the rest of them that when we get to the end of the 2 weeks, it's mad how we can start as 200 or 300 strangers, really. And then we end up, oh, a light's just gone out. And then we end up getting to the end of it and we're all like best friends. You can kind of see, you get a sense there of what that's like. So thank you so much. What are you looking at? Right. Oh, thank you. I can just quickly pull this over because you haven't seen this scene anyway. Someone just asked, when does the Facebook group open? So the Facebook group is open now. Rachel has been, so if you've already registered and or you've paid for this, you will have had an email in the last half an hour just giving you a link to the Facebook group. If you go and join and sign up now, you can get straight into the Facebook group. We love it when people get in and start introducing themselves, meeting other people, let us know a bit about who you are. And then I show up. The first training really is on Monday the 18th. And then we'll be doing our daily lives. The masterclasses are in the second week. Paul and Val will be there every day, following up, doing some more Q&A. It's an awesome time. And I can't wait to see you guys in there. Sherry's really looking forward to it. Absolutely. See you soon, Paul. Good stuff. You've been here all the time, Lorenzo. Good to see. When does that start? Ramona, great job. I've been loving seeing your lives. You really have done well. Looking forward to both academies. Yep. Awesome live session. Thank you, Bill. It felt like a real disaster to me with everything going wrong, but it's nice to know I can kind of get away with it because we teach it, and yeah, you're so good. You're very forgiving, but thank you. Yeah, welcome Maggie to everybody. Thank you. Maggie, you coming along to Create Account? I feel that you are. Yeah, can't wait to see you all. Bill's in the group already. Awesome. Rachel's got a work cut out now, trying to get everybody into the group. The link for the sign up is back over here at the bottom of this page, ecammliveacademy.com. That will bring you onto this page over here. You can read about it and you can click on one of these two buttons and we'll see you soon. I didn't even say about these masterclasses. Bradley's coming back in, doing a by popular request, coming back in talking about Keynote again, and Anna and Fulgens are coming back in again, really showing us these new features that we've got available to us. We very quickly should just point out that although I don't think we're going to get the beta, how do we say it? Coming out of beta and into the main Ecamm Academy, into the main Ecamm Live. I don't think it will be happening before we start the Academy. There are some really cool new updates. If you're not already on beta, I definitely recommend, and I will be saying this before we actually get started on Monday. Yeah, definitely want you to download beta, and I'm hoping that during the Academy, it's going to switch across and you can turn off beta and come back into the main version. But you're definitely going to want to play with it. There's some cool new features and things that you can do that you couldn't do before. So as ever, it's growing, it's getting more and more powerful, and we want to make sure you know how to use it. Excellent. So I should go and leave you to it. Any difference between hotels for creator? I really don't know, Rich. Maybe Paul can answer. Ask over in the main group if you want to. I know I've got my room booked. Really excited. Rach is coming with me, and we will be looking forward to seeing a lot of you there. All right. Now, I did have a new testimonial that I didn't, or a show reel that I didn't get to play. I'm going to play it now, and we'll leave with this. But thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you on Monday the 18th. All the best, guys. Bye.
Adrian's Ecamm Academy revolutionized my business.
My experience of going through Ecamm Live Academy was simply amazing.
Everybody keeps learning, starts from nothing, and gets where they're going.
I used Ecamm for about 2.5 years before that. During the Ecamm Academy, I found I was only using about 5% of the power of Ecamm Live. And Adrian just kind of opened it up for me.
When Ecamm Live came out with a completely new version, Adrian completely overhauled his content to keep pace. And I would have had access to that content whether I repeated the Academy or not.
I love the atmosphere. I love the training, the education, the pace. I guess, it really comes down to the instructor, Adrian.
I have taken 2 rounds of this with Adrian and the gang, and I have been thrilled with the quality of the instruction that we get and the patience and the good, kind-hearted spirit of not only our instructor, Adrian, but also of his helpers and our community.
The ongoing support with the Facebook group, it has been outstanding.
It's priceless. Adrian will discuss different topics. He will take you through demonstrations live and answer your questions almost to no end.
I really encourage you to get into Ecamm, and the only way to do that is to get into Adrian's Ecamm Academy.
Saved me so much time and frustration, because if you're going to go and learn this stuff, learn it from the best and get it right the first time. I could do trial and error. I could go live a bunch of times in Ecamm, but nobody's going to explain it and spell it out for me and make it as organized as Adrian Salisbury did.
To the person that's sitting on the fence considering whether they want to purchase this training course, Ecamm Live Academy, I would say do so now without hesitation. I'll simply tell you this: the class is amazing, but the group support is outstanding. There's none like this one.
Worth every penny.
So I just encourage you, sign up. Just do it.
So if you're on the fence about joining the Academy, I strongly encourage you to say yes. Video is the future. There's no denying it. And if you want to learn to do it right, Adrian Salisbury is the guy to learn from.